What's up, everybody? Calvin here, coming at you with another guitar to mod. Another one that I really like the shape of, the body of. This is the RGA 72TQMZE by Ibanez. I got this thing about, I don't know, it's 2011, I believe, and yeah, I really just like the mahogany to it, just the finish, the body. I like these little cutouts here, these little what do you call them? Bevels, anyway. Just those little contours. There we go. That's the right word. And normally it came stock anyway. Right now it has some Seymour Duncan blackouts in it, but it came stock with EMG 80 and 81 combination, I believe. 81, 85, something like that. But then I took it and put some Seymour Duncans into it, and they were great. But you know, at the time that I put them in, they were, you know, or me anyway, I was I was just like that metal kid that just wanted the heaviest, most scooped, most just crunchiest, you know, distorted sound. And you know, I've kind of slowly gotten away from that, kind of refined that, you know, a little bit more to a more crisp, clean, very articulate, aggressive sound. And that's not that you can't get that out of these. The main reason I'm going to change these out here, or just do the work on them, is because I really just don't want active pickups anymore. I don't want the whole battery issue, changing the batteries out, and just that sound that you get out of them. They're just a little bit too grainy for me. They can get really saturated sounding, but still great pickups, great tone. But I'm going to go with some more Seymour Duncans, and we're going to do a Nazgul and Sentient combination, go passive, and yeah, I'm going to throw those in. Tone and volume there, one volume, one tone, three-way switch. I'm going to take those, probably do not the same thing that I did on the SG, but probably going to do push-pull for both of them, and do one coil tapping here, and then the other one I think we'll do back here, do it on the tone. We'll do it for phase switching, and see how that sounds. So, you know, single coil humbucker selection here, and coil tap, or not coil tap, but phase inversion here on this humbucker. So I think that'll be really cool, especially in that middle switch position, combining both pickups together. Be pretty neat. Yeah, it's going to be great. Probably going to change out the tuners as well. Make those, put some Goto tuners in there. Goto, however you say it. And they'll be locking. It already has a locking nut. See that there? A locking nut there. But I'm going to make the tuners locking, and you know, maybe too on the strings I'll find that I like the beefy slinkies better on this, since it's a longer scale length than the SG. So we'll try those out on here as well, and see what we get. This is a big body guitar, much like the SG. It's a little thicker than the SG actually, but that's a big difference for me, because what I'm used to playing on is an Ibanez S. That's my go-to guitar. But I definitely wanted an RG back then, and even now still, for that, just that thicker, you know, just something with some weight to it that you can really, you know, a good rhythm guitar. And this is it. So I like the RGA style. Not too big a fan on the RGD style, and I really don't care much for the original RG style. I think these little contours right here really give this thing some character, and of course it's got one right here on the back, kind of slopes in for the rib contour, rib cage contour. The neck is a good balance on it. It's not quite as thin as the S is, but it certainly is not as thick as the SG is, the Gibson SG. It kind of goes between the two. It's a little flatter, it's more rounded, I guess you could say, on the back, more like so, instead of like, whereas the SG is kind of, you know, it's like holding a baseball bat almost, which is really great for bar chords and whatnot. But this thing kind of meets in the middle of the two, and I really like that. I've written some pretty neat stuff on this thing too, just so it holds a place there for me. But yeah, we're going to give this thing a go and give it something different too. So stay tuned. Check it out. Alright, so here we are with the RG. I've already loosened up the locking nut, and saddle's dropped down. So now we'll go ahead and take those off. These little guys here. Alright. Loosened up the strings. So yeah, locking nut. I'm going to put some locking tuners on there. Let's see here. Got the old Graphtec ratio. Whoop. Oh. Focus. Focus. There it is. Yeah. So they have different gear, different amount of teeth on each one for, you know, to adjust to the core of the string. Each different size adjusts differently, so now the tuning should be more stable and more consistent. I believe it's like, I want to say every half turn or every full turn of the tuner represents a whole step in tone, I believe, up or down depending on which way you turn it. So we're gonna put those on there. They're locking. Here's what they look like. It's these little guys. Focus, focus, focus. Can't focus. But yeah, so they got the little thing here on the bottom that spins. Come on, you can do it. It's gonna focus today. It shall not focus. But anyway, there we go. So it just spins here, and then there's a little rod up in the top there that clamps down onto the string, locks it in place. So pretty cool. So we're gonna go ahead and finish taking off the strings here, or actually start taking off the strings. Got them undone essentially. And I want to say what's on this guitar right now is the heavy bottom slinky top. So I like those strings a lot. Have them on my Ibanez S guitar. But we're going to try something a little heavier. Just like we did with the SG, we're going to try those beefy slinkies, Paradigm. I'm really liking those strings so far, the Paradigm strings that is. Beefy slinky was alright on the SG, but this having a slightly longer scale length and also being a thicker guitar than my S, I think it will serve it well. I don't know. We're going to find out. Get those pesky little ends out of there. Alright, so need a socket. It'd be a 10mm, I believe. It's pretty standard, typical. or 7/16, but 10mm fits great. So ta-da! Helps if you're going in the right position though. Now, if your tuners won't fit, if the Graphtex won't fit on your particular guitar, they come with a variety of different mounting plates, and so really they should be, some guitars anyway, I'm assuming, and I'm hoping this one, because they're pretty much the same. They have the post that runs up through there, and then these two little notches here that kind of keep it in place. But if yours doesn't quite have that or fit that profile, then they definitely have the stuff you need to help it fit. You just got to get some tools and do a little bit of modifying to your instrument, but it's not too bad. I think the ones I have, they should fit. We're going to find out. So we're out with the old tuners. Go in with the new here shortly. Just kind of compare here side by side. Look roughly about the same, really. So each one of these goes in a certain spot. So I think first though we'll need to get our, oops, there's all the screws. Get all our nuts and washers here in a line. That's a pretty heavy duty washer that they included with that. Don't know if you can tell on the video there, but it's pretty thick. It means business. Get these sorted out from the screws because I should need the screws. Oh, well, helps if I get the screws out of there too, and put a washer down probably. I got some screws stuck. Oh no. There we go. So put washer on first and then pop that baby down on there. Alright, so this is, don't know if you can see it there, it's got a 2 underneath. So typically that would be your B string. Start 1 here from the low or the high E, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe your E, B, G, D, A, and low E. So I'm assuming that. Pretty sure I'm correct though. So if this is number 2, that means it should go right in here. Just kind of screw it down a wee bit just to get it started on there. Won't go all the way just yet. And then let's see, this one, ooh, number 6. Numero 6. Get it kind of started, yeah. What do we have here? What's the draw? Numero 1. Who wants to bet the next number? Who wants to bet the next number? I say we get numero 5 maybe. Let's grab this one. Oh, I was wrong. I lost. Bad luck. Numero 4. So this guitar came with black hardware, or kind of like black chrome, I guess, hardware. So this didn't quite fit it, but I think it gives it a nice little flash. And oh man, there was 5. I think the chrome look of these tuners goes pretty well with the Ibanez logo there and their little check mark. Saber mark. I'm sure there's actually a name for it, or what it's actually called, what they call it. I'm not sure. Forgive me. Alright, now that we got those all kind of started on there, I'm just going to flip over real quick here. Oh, what was that? Oh, I forgot about those coming out, or being able to come out anyway. Not all of them did. As you can already see here, I've already taken off the back and the cavity. We'll get into that later. But for now, we need to see how well these fit, and oh boy, don't they fit great. Nice and snug. I like it. And checking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, it appears we are all in order. So, go ahead and flip it back over gently. And we'll get our 10mm here. Make sure it's fitting up in there good. Just kind of hand tighten it down for now. Make sure they're all up in there good. Stand it up here. Just giving it a good check, making sure everything got in the proper place, that it's flush. It appears that it is, which is nice. So now we'll go ahead and really tighten them down. I tend to over tighten things, but I like stuff to, you know, hold together. I'm not getting these too tight, but I'm definitely getting them tight enough. That is. Go back for one small turn on each. Make sure it gets into the finish there where it can sit nice and tight. These tuners feel really nice. They're not super smooth, you know. They're really pretty tight. But you can kind of feel the difference on each one just a little bit, you know. Very stable. So, I mean, I like that. You know, comment or just kind of tell me how you, what you think, what your opinion is. Does it really make much of a difference? Anybody that likes these tuners, anybody that likes the locking nut, is there anybody else that's doing a combination of the two, sees a difference, thinks it's a waste of time, thinks it was a good investment? You know, leave comments below. And just let me know. But I'm going to give it a try. I think the more stability that you can get in your tuning, especially on a tremolo whammy guitar, is you know, I mean, you can never have enough stability. And these are pretty good, honestly, even just with the locking nut and the bridge here. Ibanez, I think they do a wonderful job. But yeah, this guitar I won't whammy so much on. Maybe I will. I don't know, but that's not really the intention. It's more meant for rhythm application, so to speak. So now we'll get on to taking off the rest of the electronics, doing a little bit of cleaning on the guitar, and go from there.